Hey Internet, my name is Ibby and welcome back to Take on Mars. We have again a weather warning, this time for the Kaiser crater for in 3 hours and a hazard scale of 8.1. This sounds pretty harsh, but I've decided last episode that we want to land in the Gale crater and do our very first rover mission, and as I remember correctly we want to do a small rover with EAS and EMS. Yes, this is looking good, so I think we should launch our rover up there to have our very first rover mission. So let me move the cross into a good spot like this. Okay, this sounds good, this looks good. Now let's launch, and now let's have our very first rover mission on the surface of Mars, and well, let's see what happened there when we arrive at the surface of it and what else we can do there. I'm looking really much forward to this after I've showed you how the rovers work in the sandbox mode of the lab. There we had the sandbox demonstration as I showed you how the rover is built and how we can use it, and now it's time to deploy our very first rover. Here we have our rover capsule, rover lander, our rover station. In a short amount of time some airbags will inflate. Oh, this is huge, like this, and they hopefully will help us to survive the landing. As we are coming down here, there's this shadow of our capsule. Can we see our capsule? I'm not quite sure. Okay, now we are bouncing off the surface. We have successfully landed on the surface of Mars with our rover. The next step is to wait that the thing comes to a rest on the surface, and after it has bounced enough and loses all of its momentum, it will start to release our rover in a short amount of time, hopefully, and I hope our rover is still intact so we can start to explore the surface of Mars. As you can see now, the airbags have no use anymore for us, so now we have only our capsule, and I think in a short amount of time the 3 ramps should start to move down and allow us to see our rover for the very first time on the surface of Mars. So, and yes, exactly, now it starts moving, and you can see over here is our rover mounted to this platform. And whoa, careful, don't damage my rover. Okay, now we are on the surface. Let me have a quick look inside of our rover. What are our missions? We need to explore. We need to drive 83 meters into this direction, so now let's drive carefully down this ramp here, like this. Okay, now we have our rover on the surface of Mars. Let's turn around, like this. Okay, now we are on our way. We are aiming for our first explore mission, or our first explore task. We need to survey the area and assess possible points of scientific value. Okay, this is what we want to do. And let's have a look outside. You can see here is my the first signs of a rover. Oh, there's our capsule. There's a parachute, and there's also our capsule that has protected us for our long flight from Earth up to Mars. And now we are on the surface, and we leave our very first traces of rover missions on the surface of Mars, as we can see here, as we are leaving some traces of our rover wheels. And now we need to... Whoa, the camera is pretty fast. We need to drive over there, and I hope we can reach the thing without damaging our rover. Let me switch into maybe to this view. Can I adjust this view a little bit? Yes, I can adjust it. Oh, I can rotate around it. This is interesting as well. Okay. So this is our rover. Let's see it from the front. This is our camera. This is one of our cameras, and there's another camera at the back of it. You can see it over there. And we now need to drive Explore Complete. Oh, this is nice. We earned some money for the first time. And we are driving along the surface and making our way up the dunes here. And we are still 48 meters away from our target. I hope we don't have to drive very much as we reach our goal. Let me have an interior view. So unfortunately I can't see what other missions I have to do here. So well, at first we need to arrive there, and then I think we will see the other missions. Like, what do we have here? We have the EAS, and we have also only the EAS because the EMS is a passive instrument, so we need to drive there and do some measurements. And I think there were also some photo missions we can do with our rover, but at first we need to drive there. We are still on our way. Let's have a look back at our landing site. There's our rover station, or our rover lander, and here's our capsule, still with the inflated parachute, which looks a little bit ridiculous because, well, I don't think that there's such a strong wind that this whole thing keeps open all the time, so I think it should go down and stop being so much deployed like this. But well, okay, now we are having a little fight up this dune here. I can't really turn on top of the dune. I think I just have to move across it like this. Okay, now we are speeding up again, and we are driving towards our goal. Let me switch back to this view. Only 15 meters to go. And then we can hopefully do some science on the surface of Mars. This would be amazing. And earn some money for this, so we can build even more rovers or send more landers to the surface of Mars to gather some more money, which will hopefully allow us in the later of the game to research more things and build more things, and so we can unlock even more missions, and we can finally have also a medium rover, which allows us to have some robotic arms with our rover. So we have a rover almost like the Curiosity. Currently we just have something like the Sojourner also. Okay, now we reach our goal. Okay, explore complete. Analyze the specific target. Okay, target is over there. We have the marker down there. We need to turn into this direction. And I need to switch the mode to, what do we need? We need to do an atmosphere EAS, and I've already my tool activated. So we need to drive there. You can see it as well if we look here. The part is indicated by this area here, by this cylinder. And we need to drive into it so we can capture some gas and start to analyze and start our analyze process. So we need to drive a little bit further until we are inside this thing here, this target area, like now. Let me switch back to the inside view, and now we need to wait until we have captured the gas. It's a very slow process, as you can see here. And afterwards we can start to do another mission, because currently we only have this thing, analyze the specific target. So yes, I'm looking forward to this, to see what's next. Maybe some EMS or some photo missions. And capturing, and I hope, because we are currently at the bottom of this crater, or this small hole here, that we can somehow leave this area again, because I hope we are not stuck there. Oh, there's still our parachute over there. Okay, now it's time to analyze it. And only few dots left. Temporary results. Content coming soon. Okay. Now what's next? EMS. So EMS is a is a is a passive instrument. So the only thing we need to do is drive up there. We can also switch over to our science instruments, and now we have to make our hard way uphill. So I hope everything works well and we don't get stuck here, because in previous rover missions and the old version of the game, I had some time that I had to relaunch, or I had to launch another rover because I can't drive out of a crater with my rover because the crater rims were too steep, and so I was stuck down there and I had to launch another rover to just do the next parts of the mission. But this time it's looking really good. I think our rover is capable of climbing up this distance and this small crater. So we will arrive this atmosphere EMS area, and we shouldn't have to do anything, because it should just give us the result. And now we are in. Okay, as you can see, now we have completion of 50%, and so it just needs us to drive over to the other thing, so we can do there another atmosphere EMS survey and analyze a little bit more the atmosphere of the Martian surface. So let me switch to the interior view a little bit, so we have a more realistic view, as if we are in the control room and we are controlling the rover. I think we should have there the same information, because in the control room we can't switch to the outside view, so we have only this very pixel-like image, and we need to find our way. And this is also why I'm thinking about researching the cameras in first place, to have better views from the inside of our rovers and landers, instead of having these grayish pixel camera image, which doesn't show us so many details as it could be. Because if you see here outside, the outside camera gives us or shows us so many details of the Martian surface, and you can see them as well with the high definition cameras, but we need to research them at first before we can do this. So let's do this here. I think we should get the credit shot in a short amount of time. And yes, analyze complete. Now perform an analysis of the designated target. Another EAS. So where do we need to drive? 40 meters into this direction. Okay, let me turn our rover around. And where do we need to drive? We need to drive over there. Okay, let's start driving into this direction. Here we go. I think here are some of our traces of our rover wheels. Yes, they are. Now from the outside it's much more visible. And I think we need to drive down this other crater here. So let me move on. And then we can see, I think if we reach this crater rim, we will see where we need to drive and what we need to do there, or how the situation is looking like. Let's have this side again. And let me activate our tool. Okay, down there is our goal. Oh, it's a steep way down. Should we risk it? Should we risk to drive down there? I think our rover should be able to do this. Yes, I'm pretty confident that he can drive down here, but I think he isn't able to drive back up there, so I think we need to find another way. if we survive this way down here. So careful. Very careful, very slowly. Careful, careful. Okay, looking good. Let me see this from the interior view. We are skimming over the surface through the surface of Mars. Okay, now we are reaching our target area, and I think in a short amount of time we can start our analysis process. Oh, and I can see here next task. So as this, okay, now we are inside the thing. Let's start the capture. What else do we need to do? We need to do a photo, some photo missions, and this analysis. Okay, after the analysis, we can start to do, or we can capture some photos of the Martian surface, and maybe then we have finished our rover mission, our very first rover mission on the surface of Mars. This is exciting, and I hope we will receive some good money for it. Okay, come on, do your capture a little bit faster. Another interesting thing is that some of the instruments have only a limited amount of users, so currently we have 9 of 10 users left for our EAS, but I think this is pretty much enough to do all the missions here. I think we have more than enough to complete the whole mission complex, and now it's time to analyze it. Let me just switch over. Oh, I don't want to switch to the other edge, to the other head-up display, because maybe it will screw the analyze process, and this is not what I want. Okay, temporary results, content coming soon. Well done. Now we need to capture some photos. Let me turn into the right direction. What do I need to capture? Turn around. Something over there. Okay. And where's the other photo? It's over there. Analyze. Another analysis. Where's this? Here. Wait. What? Haven't I done this? This is strange. I thought I have done this. Okay, maybe I need to drive exactly in the middle of it. Let's try this again. Maybe this time it will count as a successful... Well, at least we are directly inside this target area. So I hope this should count this time. In the meantime, we can think about leaving this crater. Maybe if I drive into this direction, this looks not as steep as my first way down here. This looks a little bit more steep. So I think if I just turn around and drive up there, I should be able to leave the crater again, or to leave this valley again. But at first we need to see if we are this time successful with our analyze process. I hope for. Let's see. Come on, analyzes. And... okay, now we finished. Well done. Now we have another analysis. It's over there. And where are our photo missions? One is in this direction. So let me try to move up here with my rover. Am I able to do so? Yes, it seems to look good. Well done. Now let me switch to the interior view and switch on the camera. So what do I need to capture? Take photographic documentation. Oh, now I can take a picture. Well done. Okay, another photo over there. There's the markings. So let's me turn around. Okay, I think we need to drive a little bit more into this direction. And here we go. Let's drive up there and have a look when we are able. Oh, it started flickering. Okay, now let's capture it. Well done. 2 tasks we have. Science missions. Minor tasks complete. 200 credits. Well done. Okay, what else? We need to do an analysis of the target area. So we need to drive over there. I like to do it from the outside view again. So, and what do we need to do there? EMS, okay. So again, a passive instrument, this is good. And what about our mission? We have the major task completed to 66% and the minor tasks are fully completed, as we have seen just before with the information screen. So we need to do some more, I think, atmosphere analysis, and so this is time to drive up there and to investigate the atmosphere on top of this small crater. Okay. Looking good. It's, well, the biggest disadvantage of the very first rover missions is that the rover is pretty slow. As you can see here, we need a lot of time and we have to drive a distance of 14 meters. So 14 meters isn't a huge distance, but if you have just this small little rover and it's so very slow, then it's a huge distance. So we need some more time to drive up there. But I'm pretty confident that we can reach our goal. Over here we have some useful information about Mars. Currently the temperature is 5 degrees Celsius and the air pressure is 558 Pascal. So I think it's the half of our Earth pressure. Almost the half of our Earth pressure, or the half of our Earth pressure. And or it's less. And Gale crater, the time of the Gale crater and my local Earth time. I'm currently recording this on, analysis complete, and we need to take some more pictures. Let me switch to the inside and to the photo. Where do we need to take a picture? Over here, the markings. So I'm currently recording this at 6 p.m. in the evening on December 13th. So tomorrow is Sylvester and the end of the year. And I do end of the year mission, as you can call this, because I think the next episode I will record in the next year. This is still an interesting thought if you're thinking about that you will do the next thing or in the next year. This sounds pretty strange, but now we have a beautiful view. No mission assigned, so this should mean that we have, well done, major tasks complete with all, okay, and 2,400k, this is amazing. This is a lot of money. Okay, let me just, I can take another picture here. Well, let me just capture the picture. I'm not sure which mission it is, but it might give me some more money, and money is important. Can I see the last part of it somehow? Yes, I can, okay. And ka-chunk. Photo complete, okay. I'm not sure to which mission it belongs to, but we completed this photo mission. Over there is our parachute. Can we see our lander? There's the parachute and there's our landing station. So, with the view of our landing station, I like to disconnect again from my rover and switch over to our mission control. Okay, we have now 3,180 credits. This is good. We have finished our rover mission up here. We have some missions left over here in the Gale crater, but we are also at the end of this episode. So this was an episode full of complete rover mission. I hope you liked my rover mission, and I hope you liked how we did some atmospheric analysis of Mars and some photos of Mars. So thank you so much for watching. If you like my video, please like my video on YouTube. Please become a subscriber of my YouTube channel, and also please leave me a message what you're thinking about a take on Mars. And I hope I see you again in the next episode when we do some more lander action or some more rover action or some more tech tree action. I'm not quite sure what we will do then, but we will do some more action with Mars. So until then, my name is Abby. Have a happy new year, and have a I think that this episode is already released in the next year, so I hope you have a happy new year, and so until next time, see you!